Our Telesitter program was brought about because we need to find a way to keep our patients safe as they are here in the hospital. One way prior to our Telesitter program we used were one-on-one sitters. Our one-on-one sitters were, staff members that would come sit in the patient room and they would ensure patient doesn't fall, they don't get up, they don't pull out equipment. In the hospital setting and in healthcare, we just don't have enough resources to continue to provide one-on-one care for each and every patient. So we started to look at different programs of how we could still provide safety for our patients within the resources that we have.
Hello?
Oh, Miss Richardson?
Yes.
Hi,
yes.
I'm Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
I brought you a friend today.
Oh.
This is a telesitter. Telesitter, I tell people it's a person, but it's about 6 feet tall, has an antenna on the back of it, and a big gray box on the front of it. Works off the Wi-Fi system in the hospital. We have a monitor room that we call the telecenter. There's somebody 24/7 in the room. There's 3 people in the room. There's a tech for each monitor system, which is up to 12 cameras. And the telesitter transmits the information or the picture that we see to the telecenter itself. And we can do conversations back and forth between the telesitter and the patient themselves so that we can monitor what's going on in the room. Miss Richardson, can I help you?
I want to order lunch and my phone fell down.
Let me get somebody to come in and help you with that.
I can get it.
I think that this is a tool that any nurse can use.
Miss Gwen, can you go in room 6450? Yeah, she needs some help. She's trying to get out of the bed.
If I've got a patient that I am worried that is going to trip and fall getting out of the bed, that's maybe not confused, but forgets that, I can't get up. I can't get up like I was at home. I'm not feeling as well. That gives me an extra set of eyes watching that patient, a little bit more security to say, okay, I feel comfortable getting tied up in this room right now because I know Susan is watching, Miss Lee for me. She's not gonna let her fall, or she's gonna notify me if something's going on. And the neat thing about it is that if they try to reorient me and I'm not paying attention, we have a stat alarm that we can set off. It's like no other alarms, and that can only be turned on, initiated by the person seeing the incident, and can only be turned off by that person as well.
Miss Richardson,
Yes.
you need some help?
No. I'm just going to
Where
the
you going?
bathroom. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. I gotta go.
How about stay in the bed till they get there?
But I gotta go now.
Miss Richardson.
Hi.
Hi.
I gotta
What's
go.
going on?
I gotta go.
Oh, you need to call us, babe. You can't be getting up on your
But I
own.
gotta go now.
Okay.
We have different languages that we can use. Those are preset alerts that'll say things like, attention please, do not get out of the bed.
Atención, por favor, no se levante de la cama.
The patients get real tickled when we talk to them in their language. They usually start laughing.
When the doctor comes in or the nurse comes in, if there are things that they want to discuss, we can do audio and visual privacy. The other piece that's really neat with it is they build a relationship and they talk to the patient so that somebody that's here all day because their families are working, they have some interaction with some other.
I've actually sang with my patients. We have people that go around and play guitars or harps, and they'll play songs that the patient knows and that I know. And so we'll get on the box and we'll sing together. And I do rounding, so I do come up and visit with the patients. I think it's easier if they can put a face to the voice. Some of the floors call me the voice as a joke when they see me, because they can hear me talking to the patient throughout the day.
You definitely still need a person to interact with the patient. This does not substitute, taking personal care of the patient.
Do you need to go to the restroom or anything before I go back out?
One of the biggest things I think that's a fear of patients or family members with the camera is they think, oh my gosh, I'm being recorded. It does not record. What we see is what we see, what we hear is what we hear at that time, and we can't go back and pull anything else out.
There are some things that the camera cannot do. We cannot use that camera for a suicide patient to make sure that they don't harm themselves. That's always going to have, you know, someone sitting with them. You can't ever get rid of that human element.
It's not for everybody. You know, maybe 80 to 90% of the patients we have, it works for, but we do have patients that fail the camera. So if you have to redirect them too many times, then the camera system itself is not working.
We wanted to trial it to see if this actually works and if it would be beneficial, and we have seen that it is beneficial. We have had some near misses that we were able to prevent a patient from falling because, you know, we were able to sound the alarm, staff was able to get here in time. And when we look at the savings that this has helped save the organization from one-on-one care, and being able to take those people and put them back into circulation to be able to take care of a group of patients, we've saved, I would say almost $2 million in a year.
If my mother was up here and she was a little confused, I would feel comfortable leaving and going home and taking care of business at home, knowing that my mother was watched and cared for and I could sleep and rest easy.